Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Try to make sure my other phone is charging up, man. They selling these bootleg chargers. So, I said I was going to come back and make a, I almost said a movie. Make a video about all of these the Sambo clique that's taken up for Just Pearly. Something ain't right with y'all, man. Something ain't right with y'all. And we gonna get to the bottom of it. We are. Because see, what happens is guys be on YouTube acting like they getting where they at just based on their talent. But it's evident that it's not just based on your talent. I'm starting to think a lot of y'all cats is agents, man. Because I already know I ain't going to name the agency groups, but they've been watching me for a long time. And I know that there's a particular group, we ain't got to say their name, that their main goal is to make sure don't no more leaders like Malcolm X or Fred Hampton or anybody else rise up. And one way they do that is by having people look to their people as leaders. And I'm going to tell y'all, anybody that took up for Just Pearly that's black, any YouTuber that took up for Just Pearly that's black, is possibly an agent. Possibly. Like, we already know that one of them mentioned a club that he frequents that conspiracy theorists already know about. The fact that you there just speaks volumes. But the guys that get on YouTube knowing they working with the feds and then be acting like they talent got them where they at. You know, now I don't know what YouTube involvement is, and I'm not going to accuse YouTube. They shadow ban me enough. You already know I'm the king of shadow ban and censorship. You know, so it's not, don't think for 1 second, I don't even need a studio, no edits or none of that to out-talk a lot of these dudes. And that's why I'm getting my subs are growing, because people know, they know when they send somebody genuine. Like, I almost respond to almost all my comments. It'd be a couple that be just too disrespectful that I might ignore. And sometimes I respond to those too. Because there's time to respond to comments. I'm not a bot. Like, I got time. So if I got my own business and I'm out here out and about doing my 1099 work, doing my business work, and I still got time to respond to comments, then what does that say about people that make enough from YouTube that stay at home all day and don't respond to their comment? And they'll only read super chat comments. Like, when I start doing lives, if you making too many comments, I might not get to them all, but I'm gonna be reading comments, like including the super chat comment. But I'm gonna mention names on this one, because y'all out of order, y'all foul. Because I be hearing y'all cussing out black people. But then I hear y'all taking up for Just Pearly thing. Nobody shouldn't be taking up for her. That attitude that she has is the reason why a lot of people can't find work sometimes. Because they could be a hard worker in between jobs. They either got laid off or had to quit because they was getting harassed. And then they get stereotyped by the jobs they apply for because they are African American. I don't know why my voice just keep but Angryman, Anton Daniels, and Obsidian, y'all, all three of y'all is foul, man. Let's talk about this money thing. Let's talk about this money thing. Anybody that got money, that's a wonderful thing. Being successful financially is a wonderful thing. But we also know that some of the worst people in history had money too. So I'm not gonna exalt you or think that everything you say is correct over money. You know what I mean? because drug kingpins have money too. People who depopulate and want to depopulate got money too. Buying land all over the place just to poison the food supply. They got money too. So you mere just having money don't make you that dude. That don't make you people on here talking about I'm him. You not him. I heard a couple people say that. Dude, listen. Drug kingpins have money. I know some kingpins. That don't make you like the leader of black people. If you taking up for, listen, this is how it's supposed to be. On code, we can say, like Anton Daniels tried to say, he say the same thing. You're black. You can say that. I could talk about black people. But white people with the history that they have, we shouldn't be listening to them talk about black people. Because Nick Fuentes can't talk about black people. It's people like that make it a little harder. They can't stop you, but they can make it a little harder for some people. So what they coming on our platforms that a lot of us in talking about black people and y'all taking up for them. I'll say the same thing. It's not the same when they say it. It's not. It's just not. I say the same thing, but I can say that. I don't say it to white people. And if I have, it hasn't been a whole lot of times. Cause that's off code, man. Y'all trying, they made a whole live taking up for this chick and all her racist comments towards blacks. That's racist. Oh, well, people overseas work better than people here. How can you even say most? Do y'all not have dictionaries in y'all house? You can't say most because you don't know most black people. I don't know most black people. I know my father. I know my father wasn't late a day in 34 years. He might have missed one day being sick in his whole career. So when you say most, you can't be talking about him or me. Yeah, I've been late before, but what did that mean? That don't mean I'm not a hard worker. Everybody that know me know I work hard. But see, what y'all do on this YouTube, y'all want to classify what work is valid and what work ain't. And y'all want to act like y'all know what everybody got. Most people ain't going to tell you what they got. Most people ain't going to give you no receipts on nothing. Because their attitude is going to be, I ain't got to show you nothing. Talking about a lot of people that's fresh, come to Milwaukee. You say Milwaukee's soft, Milwaukee's sweet, you'll be comfortable, all this and all that. Come to Milwaukee, you'll see some of the dudes fresher than you. $5,000 worth of clothes and jewels on practically all over the city. And I told you, I gave you a couple hoods you can go to if you want to prove this here. If you want to prove it. Matter of fact, he was talking about Milwaukee like Milwaukee ain't nothing. You know, and I don't even believe in exalting all that crime and all that stuff. But any of y'all that go, tell me I'm lying. If you go right now and you look up 10 different lists, all different sources, you're going to see that Milwaukee is going to be in the top 10 to 15 in every list, most dangerous. New York ain't going to be nowhere up there. And like I said, I'm not dissing New York, but he was trying to diss Milwaukee. And then he be telling people to pull up in New York. Man, ain't nobody gonna go over there. Who can navigate New York? But you can come to Milwaukee and prove what you were saying, though. Because you can navigate Milwaukee easier. And yes, Detroit is number one. But where you was at, those games and stuff, like I say, I've been to Detroit. That's not the most sketchy part where The basketball court is at. That's not the most sketchy part. But you say, well, will something happen to you quicker in Detroit or Milwaukee? You can't really say that. They both dangerous. But what I can say for sure is that New York is dangerous too, but it ain't more dangerous than Milwaukee. Because if it was, they would be higher on those lists. But what difference do it make? And why are we in our 40s still trying to be hood cat? Like, why? Like, what does that prove? Like, people be looking ignorant with that. Like, you know, I don't get it. Like, y'all really looking like agents right now. I swear y'all is. Taking up for Just Pearly. Because we already know that more than likely she's an agent. More than likely. We don't know for sure, but more than likely. And her channel, we know her channel isn't verified. Which means the views possibly could not even be real. But I'm not trying to hear nothing about dating from white folk. Because, like somebody said on your platform, Anton, their problems and our problems are two totally different problems. Just Pearly didn't go through none of the stuff that I done been through in my life, even in terms of dating. Like, she hasn't. Like, she's silver spoon. All she doing is just taking notes. It's kind of like when a actor in Hollywood plays a gangster. That's what it's like. Like, he got to study his part, learn this part, learn the move, the walk, this, that, and other. That's what she trying to do. And any of y'all black people that's not against other blacks, I ain't gonna tell y'all who to watch and not to watch, but y'all should know. Y'all should know. I only watch certain people, especially with this whole thing with Pearly. As a matter of fact, Jason Black from The Business, who knows what his motives are, but what he did needed to be done. Like, some people question his motives, this, that, and the other. I could care less what his motives are. Like, I'm just happy that people in the YouTube space addressed it. Like, I am. Like, you got some good content creators, man, that don't have 100,000 subs, but they do a good job of reacting to videos, so on and so forth. And I'm just glad that they did it. But what I'm hearing from Obsidian, and what I'm hearing from Angryman, all these people trying to take up for her, what's her name, Jessica X or whatever, I didn't hear everything she was saying, but it's some women taking up for her too. Y'all weird, man. And again, this whole money thing, listen, that don't make you nobody, man. You could be the scum of the earth, just ruining lives for a lot of people and have millions of dollars. That don't mean nothing. All it means is you can buy better cars, you can live in better places. That's all it means. It don't mean you a good person. People should know that by now. And anybody A to Z on YouTube that's taking up for Just Pearly is not a leader of the manosphere. You don't own the manosphere. The manosphere is just the manosphere. It's men that come in here and they talk. You don't own this. You trying to act like you own this. Black dudes been coming on YouTube since YouTube started. You not fit to lead black people, and y'all be super chatting them. Y'all weird. How you super chatting somebody? And this, once again, a white person divides black people. How many times that's gonna happen? And y'all already know, I don't even hate white people. I'm not against them per se. But they always do a good job of dividing black people, man. And it's definitely a divide. Now check this out. Now Confidence Creator, I'm gonna mention him because it came up in my feed. He's the one that uploaded the comment where Just Pearly, some dude said you shouldn't apologize. And she said I didn't. And the dude looked like he was black. Man, I'm telling you, man, we ain't gonna never have unity, dude. I'm past that. I'm just gonna unite with the ones that unite with me, and I'm just gonna be done with it. I'm not gonna try to unite with everybody. Because it's obvious. If you're trying to be a Lone Ranger, you're not for black people like that either. How can you be a Lone Ranger and be for black people? That's the same. That's the equivalent of a person who brings their basketball to the courts and you can't use their ball unless they playing. That's like the same attitude as that. I really can't get off into anybody claiming to be about black people, but at the same time, you claiming to be not with black people. Like, it's impossible. Like, you gotta be cool with somebody. Just like it's impossible for black people to take up for racist white people. You can't unite with them. Them the ones that, people like that probably the ones that brought the Black Panthers down. And any group that we form, it's gonna be people like that masquerading and talking like they all for what's going on, but at the same time, they Stevens. I call them Stevens from Django. You a Steven. Angry man, you acting like a Steven. Anton Daniels acting like a Steven, and so is Obsidian. Stevens. Going against black people for white people while cussing out black people. And Angry man, you said that white people was better than us. You said what y'all niggas done created. Last I checked, they done created all kind of stuff. Are you even black to say something that goofy? I wonder. Because, see, I watch you because your shorts are good. Some of your content is good. But you need to get off that race stuff, man, because you don't sound like you with us at all, man. You don't. You made it seem like, and you said it like, white people is better than us. And again, no one person is better than another person. You might have a better this or a better that, a better car or better clothes, better this, better that. But as people created by the Most High, I don't know if you even believe in God the way you be carrying on. I don't know. I ain't judging you. It's not for me to judge. But if you think one person is better than another person because of what they have, you're not that bright. You're not that bright, man. Who cares? Let me ask y'all something. How many of your subs come from just you? Nobody, no ties, nobody pushing you. You ain't eat no plates of dookie or you ain't in no groups. How many of your subs come from just you? Because how y'all taking up for her, I'm starting to wonder about y'all. I am. That's that old weirdo stuff, man. Shouldn't either, if you either should stay out of it or you should be over here confronting her about what she said. If you in between, you not saying nothing to her, I already know, man. Some of y'all do. Y'all keep super chatting these guys. Y'all need to find people to super chat that actually cares about your well-being. Not no agent, you tied to this, you tied to that. Anybody that's not confronting her, you got a big question mark, man. You got a big question mark. Are you, what is it? You Prince Hall? Nothing against Prince Hall. But I'm saying, like, for years, everybody know that it's certain groups that are tied to them peoples. And if I, like, when I don't see you, like, and then you got some that are grift. They grifting. They really don't care what she said. They just grifting. But I told y'all from the beginning, anybody from this Midwest, anybody that lives in the Midwest, born, raised, especially the suburbanites, when you hear them talking about black people, you got to call it into question because they don't really deal with us like that or like us. And that's not all of them, but it's a whole lot of them. I can't even say most because, again, I don't know most people. I can say many, I can say a whole lot. But they don't deal with us like that. Like I told y'all in Wisconsin, this Midwest, it's segregated. Like if you come to the park, you could be a good guy, wholesome family guy, they gonna leave. They gonna throw you in the pile with everybody else that caused trouble, and they ain't gonna want to be around you. That's Midwestern life. Iowa, Detroit, or Michigan, you get in them around them more diverse areas of Michigan, they don't be dealing with each other like that. It's the white people that deal strong with black people, they either dealing with black people that try to act like them, that are rich like them. That's it. The white people that deal with like the more lower income, poverty, crime, inner city, they basically the ones that really not, a lot of them are not achieving like that. You got some exceptions to every rule, but I'm telling you how it is. So she even said she didn't apologize. She apologized and said she didn't apologize, which just proves that her apology wasn't sincere. She's doing it to get back on. Like the only time y'all should be watching her videos is if you're gonna react to them. And she has nothing to offer to you. She don't care about you. She's not gonna hire you. She already made that known. Had a white supremacist on her show. What do y'all expect out of her, man? And then people try to dismiss everything. Oh, you being a hater. You being a hater. Ain't nobody being no hater. The facts is the facts. What's the hate? The most important aspect of life, most of y'all gonna fall up. Now, I can say most with this. You're gonna fall short. And just like getting riches is a good thing, but like he said, it is hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. So what is that saying about riches? It's saying that riches are deceitful. Like I say, the deceitfulness of riches choke the word and it becomes unfruitful. Riches are deceitful. Riches can stand in the way of a person having eternal peace with God. Therefore, to me, they secondhand. It's important, but it's not that important because you got to be one of them people that you sold or your mind is made up and that you ain't gonna let none of that. Because when you join these groups, as you get higher in them groups, you're gonna start to learn things that, and you're gonna learn that you gotta get rid of this, you gotta renounce this, it's not worth it. And then what's crazy is that a lot of people is gone right now that tried to sell their souls. But when it's all said and done, it's gonna be like you're gonna basically sell your soul in year 2000s era. And then you're gonna be stuck in that decision for infinite years. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.